My name is Juju.
Well, Juju, you have to learn how to help yourself. I graduated from the University of Oklahoma with a double major in accounting and management information systems, and I quit my job as a software developer to come to Nigeria to act. You can already begin to imagine the conversation with my very Nigerian parents. My parents, offered the emotional support that I needed, not financial, but emotional. I tell people all the time, you cannot underestimate the power of relationships. It is the one thing that has helped me this far. There's a challenge with finding the type of jobs that I want to do because I'm very conscious about the kind of stories I'm trying to tell. You have those dry spells where no job is coming in, or the jobs that are coming in are the ones you're trying to be on. But then all of a sudden work comes based off of recommendation. So if you do not have a good attitude or a good rapport with people, I feel like it's going to be much harder.
I got to learn that you never give up, regardless of if you're doing the best thing. People still gonna hate. So if they keep hating, it gives them a reason to keep hating, keep doing your thing, keep working hard. You see that there is actually more love than hate. You got love. You know I get all the finance. Put your body in the designer. Wanna make you my lover. Gonna give you my dollar. You know I get all the finance.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for sticking around. So in the last part of this show, we were actually talking about how to deal with resistance when you're still in the early stages of building your gifts. So, of course, Pastor, can I call you Pastor Jimi Tewe?
Just did.
Should I say Jimi?
No, that's okay.
I don't want my parents to watch it and say, you said Jimi Tewe.
No, Jimmy, I prefer the brand Jimi Tewe actually.
Just Jimi?
Yeah, Jimi Tewe.
Wow. Hey, God, let me get ready for insult.
Okay. You can show them this part.
And Mr. Jimi Tewe shared some very insightful tips on how you can deal with that. So in this part of this video, we're going to be talking about embracing your unique gifts, how you can monetize your gifts, because I know everybody likes money, so we want to get money from what we do. I do, and I know he does, and you too as well. So anyways, let's dive straight to the discussion.
Sure, okay.
So why do you think people need to embrace their gifts?
Well, one of the things that I'm doing a bit of research, and I'm finding out something that's very interesting, because a lot of people, like I said, like money. But money is a product of a few things. It's impacts, leveraged influence that produces money. We'll talk about that later.
Yes.
But you can't do that by being like everybody. And if you're not going to be like everybody, there has to be some sort of uniqueness around you. So I was teaching yesterday, and I was saying the strategy, one of the easiest models basically says that you need to understand the market, have the market. And this is for business. Any business is attending to markets.
Yeah.
You need to have what we call a competitive advantage, something that differentiates you in that market, because there are other competitors that are there already, but you must have something that makes you different, why people want to come to you. Then you basically manage the risk, which is why people avoid business.
Yeah.
So the competitive advantage is actually where your gifting is. Let me ask a question. The people we celebrate today, why do we celebrate them? Is it not because they're good at something?
Yes.
It therefore means if I'm going to celebrate you, it's around what you're good at. Now, the question many times is how do you monetize, that. We'll talk about that, but I put it that, look, your uniqueness is very critical. It's very important. You cannot afford, you become basic if you let go of that part. Yes, exactly. Yes. So, be you. And, the beautiful thing about it is that it's easier being you than being somebody else. So being original rather than
natural.
It is, exactly. So for you to be somebody else, you've got to act. You can't act forever.
Yes.
I mean, movies end in 2-3 hours. You want to act 3 decades, you'll be tired. So I tell people, to embrace their uniqueness. You might not understand yet how to monetize it, but that does not mean you should not embrace it. And what it does is that it gives you confidence. I go to places that people speak before me, but I remember that when I speak, I'm different. So I'm not trying to copy somebody, I know that I'm being myself, and that is why people love to listen to me and all that. Yeah, so it's a good deal.
And I remember yesterday you also said when you speak it's very effortless.
I don't stress.
Exactly.
If I feel bad that Jimi, you're not cheating people.
because it's something you can do so
easily, exactly,
you can
yes.
still charge people.
Yeah, sure.
So do you please mind share, because I know you know a lot of people.
Yeah, sure.
Can you please share with us some people that you know that had very unique gifts, like very untypical gifts?
Okay.
Because for me, I'll be honest with you, yes, I know my own thing is YouTube, making some videos that people think are strange.
Yeah, I get you.
But I'll be honest, there are times I see people that can sing, or people that can preach, and I'm like, I wish I could do these things. And I'm sure there are other people like me. So can you give examples of people that still succeeded in those unique gifts they had?
Yeah, so the one that comes to mind I shared yesterday was the lady drummer. She's all that I know, and she's a banker. So she works in a bank, but she loves to drum. So what she does is that her weekends, after work, and today she's one of the drummers for one of the lead artists in Nigeria. And they travel out of the country sometimes. So she takes her leave to go and do that. But she enjoys, she says, I come alive when I play the drums.
Oh, wow.
All right. So again, one thing that's one example. I have people in fashion. I have a lady, and what she does right now is that she uses seaweed and some other thing to make clothes.
Seaweed.
And yes, she got, the Danish government flew her to their country. Wow. She's doing that. So she's a tailor, but she's because it ties to something about the environment and stuff like that. Yeah, and that's uniqueness. So people are doing really amazing things, and I think that the beautiful thing about the time we live in now is your uniqueness is what is going to make you unique. So if you lose your uniqueness, you're going to be basic. That's what is there.
Oh, no, I really love that, because with seaweed, I'm sure no one else could have thought about that. She did.
She did, yeah.
And that's actually what's taking her so far.
Yeah.
So please just continue to do what you love doing.
Yeah.
So before we talk about monetization, because I know you all like money, let's talk briefly about assignments versus purpose. So we're having this conversation a few minutes ago.
Okay, great. Yeah, so I have people say, I need to find my purpose. I need to find my purpose. And I've been there before. Sometimes people even go to a mountain for 3 days to maybe the connection will be clearer there, to hear God and stuff like that. And, and while those activities are also very good, in their own respect, I think that, people get hung on the wrong thing. I think for every one person that finds their purpose, they're like 100 that don't find it. But the thing that I think is there is you need to understand the concept of purpose. That purpose is like the intent, the end in mind of a thing. But just like a journey, there's a process you're going to pass through.
Yeah.
The process to your purpose is your assignment. And so what I mean by that is this, that you are going to, at different stages in your life, have something you're meant to do. And it is your faithfulness in those assignments that ultimately will birth your purpose. I know that you can't say I'm traveling to Dallas and arrive in Dallas. You're going to have to enter a plane.
Yes.
So the next thing to do is to get into a plane. To buy a ticket. Yeah. So then you get the ticket and then you get to the plane and eventually you get to Dallas. Exactly. So don't say I want to go to Dallas. I'm destined for Dallas. There's no big deal about that until you do these other things. So what I tell people is this, that look, I've been doing this now for over 20 years, and in those 20 years I've done different things. I spoke earlier about my pastor who asked me to take the announcements. It was from announcements. Then we had this primary schools we go to do career talk, and my first public speaking event was a burial. I figured they just said, look, this guy can't kill anybody again, just go ahead and speak. I know that, but I was good there and I kept building and all that. So I tell people that, look, where you are right now, there's something you can do. Start from there. Don't get hung up and say, I want to change the world. You change the world from where you are.
Yes.
You start from where you are. Now, in some instances, you might find out that it's a total misalignment. You may need to cut the cost and decide and say, look, I'm going to take a step in this direction. It's going to be tough, but I can see there's a way around it. I can now go in that. So, but I think if you're going to pray to God, ask Him, what am I meant to be doing now? Not necessarily what I'm going to do forever.
Yes.
What I'm meant to go do now. Because I'm evolving. If anyone has said to me, the things I'm doing today, if anybody has said to me a few years ago, you're going to be doing this outside, then you're lying. But today, on the journey, the further you move, the farther you see.
Yes.
That's the way that it works also. So I encourage people, start from where you are. Your job might be your current assignment. And for you to be excellent at it, to do well, and that will now usually bring the next opportunity. So I used to work with Accenture before. Now, Accenture was tough because it was major projects. We travel every Monday, come back on Friday. We used to stay in the hotel, but pretty much just lay in the hotel because you sleep for 5 hours, wake up, there's some proposal you need to do, some document. But do you know it was the faithfulness in that got my a manager who got a bigger job to take me along with him. It was a big job in my career. But if I was not faithful there, if I was one of the regular Joes, he would never have considered me. So I tell people that be faithful. And the way that even the Bible puts it, it says that if you are not faithful in another man's, who will give you your own? So be faithful with what has been given to you. And then as you go along, a lot of things begin to fall.
I love that. And is it also safe to say, not to also feel pressure to know what the end goal is right now? Because I keep using myself as an example. Because regarding YouTube, I've done so many things with YouTube. I've done really serious videos like this, and I've done videos that people just think is comedy. So there's been people that have asked me, so what is the end goal for your YouTube? And there are times I just begin to feel somehow, because at this point, I don't think I really know. Right? So I just begin to rethink that. Am I wasting time? Right?
But let me ask you one question. Do you feel inside you're on track?
I think so a little bit, because I feel the more I do this, things are getting clearer for me.
That's it.
I have an idea right now about where I feel I'm going. I don't want to share with you all.
No, not yet.
Exactly. So wait till you see the result. And the funny thing, that's why I really agree with your point about just start doing this, because it was actually just a few weeks ago that I just started thinking, I think this is where the YouTube is actually heading towards. So please just don't feel so pressured, because people will ask you that question. You did this thing already. Now you're doing this. So please don't feel pressure.
Exactly.
So now let's talk about money. But always important. So how do you monetize your gifts?
So let's leave the gift for a minute and let's talk about money.
I like that.
All right, so then we'll now tie the gift in, because this is the mistake people make. People think because I'm good, people give me money. Wrong. You need to understand the way money works. You either get money by providing a good or product, a service, or they just give you money. Now that one is not sustainable, because it's dependent on people's emotions, depending on people's capacity, and usually they give you just the last part of the money. So you don't want to do that. Now it therefore means for you to make money in this world, think about it, all the money I've spent this week was in exchange for a product or a service. Except you give somebody some money. Every one of it. So it therefore means that if you are going to make money, you must offer a product or service. Many times people have gifts but not products. Your gift must find expression in a product or a service. I can speak. I love speaking. But last week I traveled to do training, corporate training for an organization, on a trainer on how to make presentation skills, so that this guy can speak. Come and teach our people how to speak. So I made that as a product, and they paid me. It was good, all right? They paid me money for that. Now I could say, oh, I love public speaking. Beautiful, no problem at all. And this is another thing I find out, because again, sometimes it takes a while for your gifts to gain traction, for people to believe that they need what it is that you have. And I tell people that it's a simple model: free, then fee. Give people a taste of what it is that you carry, and if it's good, they will come back. And these are things I have to do, because I've done conferences now in a year. Some of my friends said to me, the way you do conferences, I pull so many people and all that, but that's an ability that I have. So what I tell people is that number one, understand how money works. Nobody will give you money except you provide a good or a service. Now, how do you now tie that? You have a gift, so give me one. Just pick one.
Maybe I'll just say comedy video.
Beautiful. Today, there are loads of people online that have the skits that they produce. I have somebody that I'm mentoring now. I met her. I went to go speak somewhere about a few weeks ago, and I met her, and then we began to have a conversation. So I'm mentoring her now. I still spoke to her yesterday, and she said to me, her skits, she said it, and it's comedy, but she found out that people are paying attention to her now. Her followership has grown. Now companies are making her do skits around her products. She created one yesterday, and they're paying. So that's the thing. So her gift is she can play around, joke and stuff like that. She has the platform, she has the followership, but those followers are people that a product is trying to reach. So she's speaking to them and saying, I can create a skit for you, and they're paying her for that. That's what I mean by that. So just think about, you see, it's only selfish people that will be poor. Selfish people are about themselves. But you ask yourself, how can what I do, how can it help somebody out there? Who can it help?
Yeah.
Can it help with corporate organizations to achieve their goals? They will pay you for that. So today, I'll give you an example. I do conferences, events in Nigeria. I probably have about 1,000 people. Now, that is for me. I have a conference, it's free conference, yeah? Now, what that happened was that a particular bank who has a product called I Invest, they have a product that allows you to save maybe 100,000 naira. You can now invest in treasury bills. They need to reach the kind of people that I reach. So we have a partnership now. They give me money as one of my sponsors, and then they come. So during the program, I say, welcome somebody from I Invest. The guy comes up, runs a raffle, and right there and then they get customers because there's a way they designed it around it. So it's beautiful. They're getting what I can offer, and I'm getting what they have also. So you just need to think, who needs what it is that I carry, and how can I package it in a way that can help them get the objective. So I Invest is trying to reach out to a certain number of people. I have those people by my gift. So just create a partnership and they are good to go. Yeah.
Wow, that's excellent. And another thing I was going to add as well is to also pay attention to even the minute things people are telling you.
Sure, yeah. Yes.
For example, a few weeks ago, this girl was telling me that Dahun, you should start an advertising business.
Oh, nice.
And I just
put it
exactly. But then I've heard a lot of examples of people, just like the girl
yes.
doing
Sure.
Comedy skits and promoting products for various companies. And as well, there are some people that even contact me and they're like, oh, can you teach me how to edit a video? And I'm doing free services.
Exactly.
So these are ideas on how you can
productize it.
Exactly, monetize like various products and services you cover. And also think about advantages you have over people. Because regarding master classes, I've seen the really interesting master classes people have. So just a few weeks ago, I saw a flyer, a master class on how you can look good for your husband.
Wow.
And I think the person was charging about 5,000, 10,000 naira, which is about how many dollars?
It's about $30.
Exactly. So people are paying $30 to know how to dress up.
But people do need to know. Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so
that's what I mean. So when you think about other people, so for example, that person maybe had their own personal experience, and usually we're going to sell. Your personal experience sells you more. To say, I almost lost my husband, and all those kind of things. But guess what? We're good. I learned something and all that. And once it's called a proof, personal proof, then maybe I helped two of my friends, that's social proof, and I can help you too. And once somebody is going through that, they will pay anything to help the marriage and all that. So that's what I mean. So you're just going to be able to think about others and now be able to take your gift to be able to say, how can it be a solution? I think that's the word.
Solution.
Your gift must become a solution.
Yes, and of course, sell your story.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Wow, this has been so amazing. Do you have any final words before we conclude?
One thing I say to people is this, that you can't listen to Dahun and myself and not fulfill your purpose. We'll be angry with you. We'll come after you, right? So please make sure that you do something with what you heard. Start from where you are, be consistent, all right? Hang around. I think that one of the things that helped me also along this path is, it's easier to travel in a group with a group of people. Pick people that will enhance your capacity to deliver your assignments and ultimately your purpose too.
Oh yes, definitely. And of course, people that also hold you accountable.
Oh yes,
because there are times you don't want to do the things that
you need to do. Exactly. Yes. Sure.
Wow. Well, thank you so much, sir.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Opportunity. And before we go, we're going to be hearing from Falz, the bad guy, and we all should better know Falz. So that concludes our video for today. Once again, thank you all so much for watching. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram, and make sure you also follow Mr. Jimi Tewe as well. Subscribe to this YouTube channel, and if there are any questions that you feel we didn't answer, please comment below or feel free to DM either myself or Mr. Jimi Tewe. Once again, thank you so much for watching. God bless you and have an amazing week. Bye.
Elube means you so much. Is this a military regime? I be soldier man, assistant.
What up? My name is Falz, bad guy. Thank you for your questions, Dahun. Of course, I mean, with everything you're trying to do in life, really, you will always be met with resistance. As long as you have a big dream that you're trying to achieve, you'll always face those kind of people that try to make you feel bad about chasing your dreams. I think what's important is to be resistant to resistance. And that's what I try to do. I try to ignore and turn a blind eye to, every single thing that sort of discouraged me from chasing my dreams and achieving what I had my mind set on.
This is Nigeria. I'm living now.
And what kept me going, of course, was my passion. And that is what still continues to keep me going till date. The sheer passion for what I do. I just really, really enjoy doing this. And, I couldn't see myself doing anything else, even if I tried. Yeah, so just make sure that you love what you do and that you're hardworking and determined. I think that's the secret. Yeah, thank you very much. My name is Falz, bad guy. Peace out.